Here's a video to show you how to set up a wedding picture upload, or actually any photo upload, to Dropbox. So I'm making this a generic video for whenever it is needed to show somebody how to connect this type of flow to Zapier to get the photo sent up to Dropbox. So I won't go into too much detail about this specific application, but basically what is the important part is that when you ask somebody to send a picture, you create a user input field. I'll just click into that. So it's free keyboard input. And when you click on that, you get all the details. So the reply type must be image. And in this particular case, obviously when you clone the flow, because it's not a template, you won't have the custom field included in it. So you need to create a custom field. It's a text type. The reason it's a text type is because the image is stored as a URL. It's not actually a JPEG itself. So it's stored as a URL, and it's on like an Amazon server or something like that. So it's a text field, save response to custom field, text field, and in this case I've called it wedding pic upload. But you're going to be looking for this in ManyChat, so you need to remember what you called the saved response custom field. So that's all really that you need to know about in the free keyboard input. Image type, remember the name, and it must be a text type. So you don't have to worry about any kind of trigger or zap or anything like that. So I'm not going to cover all the rest of the flow because it's not relevant to setting up how to get a picture from your messenger into Dropbox. So the next thing you've got to do is you go over to Zapier, and I'll just go get my Zap, and it'll be under demos, and it's this one here, wedding pics. So opening it up. Oh, this is going to be in the way. Okay, so most zaps are one trigger and one action, simple zaps. So the trigger is every time somebody takes a photo and the URL gets stored in that text field, Zapier is looking for when that field gets updated. So what you've got to do is, first of all, you've got to, let me see if I can just demonstrate it here. When you're looking for an app, you go plus. Let me see, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see if we go add a step. It is totally not. Okay, so what I was trying to show you is, because mine is already pre-existing, what you've got to do is you've got to, when you start, you'll be looking for the ManyChat app, and then when you do step 2, you'll be looking for Dropbox. You can just search for it in here. Okay, so we don't need this step. Now I just got to figure out how to get rid of this step. Probably delete it. Yes. Okay. So now showing you how to get your ManyChat. All right. So then the next thing is, I've selected ManyChat. Now I'm selecting how it triggers. So I'm using this one, update when a new or an updated custom field. That would be the trigger. And then I go into here to select my ManyChat account. So I will have multiple accounts. So I've got to know which account this flow is in. So in my situation, it's on my chatbot, Hilton Davido. I can test it to make sure that it's connecting, that it has authentication. When you're doing it for the first time, you're going to have to require approval, like maybe login or something along those lines. You'll have to use the connect account. Okay, that's the trigger. It's very, very simple. Now, going to the action. The action is upload a file. So very similar thing. You're going to select Dropbox. So actually, I could have demonstrated it this way because I just had to click on there because I could change that to ActiveCampaign or Facebook or whatever. So it's Dropbox, and then the action is upload a file. Okay, and then you got to select your account, and again you're going to have to connect a Dropbox account. So just connect an account. I'm just going to test it, make sure that it's all synchronized and all good. And then here's probably the most important part that you need to pay attention to is how to set up the Zap. So first of all, in Dropbox, create a folder. Just show you over here. Just create a folder called Web, like in your folders in Dropbox. So in your Zap, it's asking where to save the file. So just go and select a folder. So now Zapier is going out to look at different folders. So I could check Dropbox and reload and bring in choices. But anyway, it doesn't have to be wedding pics. It can be any folder. Now, the file. Okay. So what you've got to do is click on the plus over here. Okay, and you remember the file name is stored in the wedding pic. Let me have a look for it. Can't find it. Okay. If you can't find it, just click on missing choices and get more samples. So it's pulling in samples. Let's go back to A, continue. Okay, so now the action. First of all, you got to select Dropbox. Okay, so now the action. First of all, you got to select Dropbox. I could have shown you earlier how to select the app. Select Dropbox. Select the action, which would be upload a file. Then connect your Dropbox account. Okay, and I'll just test this, make sure that it's all good. So I've only got one Dropbox account. If you don't have a Dropbox account connected already, you'll have to connect the account. I can't demo that process. Then this is the part that you'll probably be following closely, is editing the template. So what you're doing here is you're using this information in here to populate the fields in Dropbox. So first of all, set up a file, a folder in your Dropbox account. Create a folder, and in the first field here, the folder, just click on the down arrow and select the folder that's in your Dropbox account. Then the file, okay. So what we've got here is in step one. You see how we got the image. Excuse me. See how we got the image URL, which is stored on Amazon. Okay, so to get that, you've got to click on the plus, and then you've got to go to step one, which this is step one, new used, and then we got to look for that. So that's it there. No, that's a user profile pic. Wrong one. So I'm just scrolling down quickly. User custom fields wedding pic upload. So that's the one there. You just select that. Okay, I've selected it twice now. Don't need it twice. Cool. Then the next thing is you decide whether you want those images to overwrite the previous image. So it's a choice. In my case, in the application, I wanted every photo to be stored in Dropbox. And then specify the file name. So you can get creative, but what I've done is just gone to click on the plus button. I go search in step one, and all I've done is picked the user first name. So you could use, whatever, but that creates the file name. So I used username so that I could tell who was the person that uploaded the photo. And then just specify the file extension, and it's optional, but I have just put in there JPEG. And then just continue, and then just make sure that your Zap is switched on. And you should be ready to go. Cool. Hope that helps you setting up that flow and integrating it with Zapier to get those pictures into your Dropbox account. I'll catch you later. Bye.